I'm joined now by Jesse Cohen, our air cargo market expert. Jesse, what do you have for us today?
So Kyle, what we have today, we want to talk a little bit about August cargo performance in the business. So we've got some early air cargo reporting from some of the major industry players, some of the major industry airports, and really it's a continuation of the trends we've seen in previous months. World ACD, a major industry reporting group, is indicating August came in about 6.6% down. Hong Kong Airport showing 11.5% down. Of course, their results were affected by some of the civil unrest and disruptions on some of the passenger flights that also affected cargo. Frankfurt Airport about 5% down in August. Amsterdam about 10.9% down. So what my industry experience says is that August is really the end of the summer. It kind of closes out the first part of the year. And then we move on to the last 4 months of the year. And my experience says that that's really almost like a new season. We're coming into the peak season, which is really the fourth quarter for air cargo. And that's what we have here with some of the sonar data. We've got 5 years shown, and basically the September to December period is highlighted for each of those years. And you can look, you have domestic data here in blue. This is domestic traffic. You've got Pacific traffic in yellow, Atlantic traffic in green, and Latin traffic in orange. And really, you can see the upward trend in that 4 month period, really starting in October, but September kind of leads into that. So essentially what you have here is, this is the main shipping period of the year for the air cargo business. You have new product releases, you have the holidays, a lot of shipping for the holidays, you have a big surge in e-commerce. You have end of year pressures to get inventories out. This year we'll have December 15 tariffs that are planned for Chinese products. So it's kind of a new season, so we're going to be watching this very, very closely. Moving on to capacity. So what we have here are sonar charts on air cargo capacity. On my right, we have the inbound cargo tonnage coming in on passenger flights and belly capacity in blue, and in freighter capacity in green. And this goes back about a year and goes out about 12 weeks. And so what's coming up at the end of October is the IATA winter schedule. And that's basically when most airlines are pruning back all their remaining summer flying, their summer flights. They're reallocating their capacity for sort of a different mix of traffic. It's more of a business travel period. And they may add a few new flights. So what we have here, looking at the blue line, the passenger capacity, that belly capacity from the peak in August to basically right after October 27 goes down about 12.5%.
So you're forecasting some pretty big declines from where we're at today, is that correct?
That's right. And essentially this is a seasonal pattern. You can see it last year where both freighter and passenger capacity were lower. Freighter capacity comes off about 8%. So this is a time when things will tighten up. I expect carriers to try to take some rate actions to recover some of the losses from earlier this year. So this is going to be a point where the pocketbook might get a little bit squeezed here, and people can expect to pay more, particularly as you get closer to the Christmas season. So turning over to specific airports that may see a little bit more of a change year over year, this is our tree map with the yearly change. The airports in green are the stations that are growing. Chicago, the largest airport for freighters, about 16,000 tons a week. Los Angeles, about 12,770 tons a week, is shrinking a little bit. We're showing Miami continuing to grow. Columbus, Ohio.
What do you think the increase in Miami is due to?
Basically, the Latin market continues to grow. I mean, that's your Latin air cargo hub. It's really the world's air cargo hub. A lot of Asian and European traffic flows over Miami. It has a little bit of a different dynamic. It doesn't have as much trade with Asia, so it's really a lot of perishables in and out of there. So it's a market that continues to grow and operates a little bit differently than some of the other markets in the U.S. So essentially, these are the areas as we go through U.S.-China trade issues and the negotiations with the Europeans and Brexit. It's going to be important. We're going to see more changes, I believe, in schedules, especially freighter schedules, as they try to maintain their profitability in a slower period of time, the slower air cargo. So this is something I think folks that are serving airlines, air cargo handlers, truckers at airports, they're going to need to keep an eye on as they go forward, because I think we're going to see a more dynamic set of changes as supply chains change going into the future. But we'll be keeping an eye on that on FreightWaves and FreightWaves Now, and look forward to bringing that to you as we go forward.
Fantastic updates, Jesse. Thanks so much. For you watching at home, thank you so much for staying tuned to see what's going on out there. Air cargo cleared for takeoff right now. A little bit of a soft landing in the future.